Until last week, Donald Trump was warning that New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani was going to turn the city into a hellhole. So people expected, fireworks when they met at the White House on Friday. Those people were very shocked to see that Trump was swooning over him afterwards. Did you see this? Let's watch the clip.
I think you're going to have, hopefully, a really great mayor. The better he does, the happier I am. I feel very confident that he can do a very good job. I think he is going to surprise some conservative people, actually.
Just days ago, you referred to President Trump as a despot who had betrayed the country. You said you'd be his worst nightmare and accused him of having a fascist agenda.
What I really appreciate about the president is that the meeting that we had focused not on places of disagreement, which there are many, and also focused on the shared purpose that we have in serving New Yorkers.
And I've been called much worse than a despot, so it's not that insulting. I think he'll change his mind after we get to working together.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay, you can just say yes.
Okay.
It's easier. It's easier than explaining it.
They need to get a room, these two.
No, that clip is amazing.
But wait a second. Does Trump even realize what the word despot means?
He does. He's proud of it.
He's proud of it.
And I'm one of those that have called them a lot worse than despot.
We all have.
But it's amazing. I mean, who would have thought, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene is out and Zohran Mamdani is in.
Well, you know why?
It's like Freaky Friday.
I think you know what, first of all, if I went to Trump and I said, your hair looks good today, he'd say, Joy, come to dinner.
Yeah. You'd get invited to another wedding of his.
And yes, I went to his wedding with Tamala when he wasn't president yet, and we just thought he was the local guy in the city with his name on buildings. Yeah. But he's always wanted the love of New York.
Exactly.
He grew up in Queens. The Manhattanites always rejected him. They thought he was trashy or whatever they said. And he wanted so badly. So that's to our advantage in New York, maybe, because we need the money from the federal government.
I think he's still a consummate New Yorker, Okay, so now he's a Florida resident. Of course, in Florida, we don't have state or municipal income taxes like you do here. And here in New York, he is reviled even more now.
Is that why you live there?
I live there because I love it.
Oh,
yeah.
I lived there for 45 years since I was 8 years old and didn't pay taxes. But it's my
Which
home.
taxes don't you pay?
It's a great tax environment.
What tax don't you pay? New York City tax?
In New York City, if you are a resident of New York City, you all pay New York City municipal taxes and New York City state taxes. Florida does not have a state income tax. So that's why all of these New Yorkers have moved over there.
On the topic at hand. This was fascinating. And it does show that people tend to overanalyze Donald Trump and apply maybe more analysis than required. We all met Zohran Mamdani when he came here. I have a million criticisms of his policies. He's incredibly charming. He walked in with a goal of, I do not want federal troops in my city. I don't want federal government dollars cut off to New York City, and I think he played a smart game. Where I was a bit frustrated is, as a conservative, that Mamdani stands for nothing I stand for. He's an avowed democratic socialist. Just this weekend, there was another incident where he had a chance to take on very firmly condemning dangerous anti-Semitic language, and he again towed the line and didn't definitively do it.
You know what? He lives in New York now. He better watch his step on that one.
Yeah, but remember, Donald Trump doesn't have a philosophy. His only motive is himself.
Or a vocabulary.
So if in a moment someone's flattering him or he has to look face to face, I think he goes with the waves because he stands for nothing. But I would say that I commend Mamdani for going to see him because I've said consistently here, we have to be having conversations. Putting your heels in and staying where you are when you technically on the spectrum are polar opposites, you have to go if you're truly representing your people.
Look, Mamdani played him like a New Yorker would play anybody. That's the bottom line. New Yorkers, we're a special breed of people, okay? I'm from the Bronx. He lived in Queens.
Trump
he went
is
to
a New
school in
Yorker.
the Bronx. Well, and game knows game. And so I really do think that Mamdani spoke his language. He talked about housing. He talked about building housing. Let's
affordability
face it,
also.
Affordability. Trump wants a piece of the New York housing business. This was about business. Mamdani, we got to give it to him. He played it like a politician.
And listen, before Joy wanted an accounting class regarding Florida, the point I was trying to make is that Trump has always been a New Yorker, continues, his name is all over this city. His friends are all from New York. This is where he has spent most
Yeah.
of
He still
his
has friends
adult
here, you
life.
think?
Well, people who pretend to
He
be.
got
his friends.
24%
But keep in
of the
mind,
vote.
too, there's
He
a
didn't
bigger
win.
picture here. The populist left and the populist
Are
right
coming together in a
overlap on a
horseshoe.
lot
Yes,
of issues.
agreed. They're-
And those of us who are not democratic socialists or far-right, alt-right MAGA types are like, I'm sorry, someone please represent us. And it's neither of these.
Okay,
two.
let's look at this. People also noticed that Trump had what they call a major glow up after his meeting with Mamdani. Look at this.
Oh, my.
We didn't have the picture of Obama, who has the exact thing that Trump is wearing, but there he is. Look at that. So let me ask you, who wore it best? Trump,
gonna grow a mustache
Mamdani,
next.
or Obama?
Obama.
Me too. I love him.
Mamdani looks pretty good too.
Yeah, my husband
I
looks
actually
like
think that's a
Mamdani.
very
He does look like
effective
that.
way of hiding your neck.